Some of California's most powerful families didn't just build fortunes, they built monuments that have stood for more than a century. Today, we're back at Cypress Lawn Memorial Park in Colma, California, exploring another collection of incredible private family mausoleums. Behind these massive stone buildings are the stories of shipping industries, industrialists, attorneys, politicians, physicians, and pioneers who helped shape California as we know it. Some names you'll recognize, others have been nearly forgotten, but every mausoleum has a story, and every family left a lasting mark on history. So join me as we step inside the history of Cypress Lawn and uncover the lives behind these remarkable family mausoleums. Now, let's get started. This is the final resting place of Nicholas Ohlandt. Born in 1839 in Germany, he immigrated to the United States in 1857 with very little money, seeking greater opportunities. Started out in humble jobs before entering manufacturing and business. Built his fortune by manufacturing charcoal, neatsfoot oil used to preserve and condition leather, fertilizer made from industrial byproducts. His business's success allowed him to expand into banking, shipping, and agriculture. He became president of the National Ice and Cold Storage Company, one of California's most important refrigeration businesses during an era before electric refrigeration. Served as president of the German Savings and Loan Society, one of San Francisco's largest and most influential financial institutions. Invested in major California and Pacific businesses including Matson Navigation Company, several Hawaiian sugar companies, greatly increasing his wealth. By the late 1800s, he had become one of San Francisco's prominent businessmen. He lived in an impressive mansion near Alamo Square, reflecting the success he achieved after arriving in America with almost nothing. He was remembered as an example of the classic self-made immigrant entrepreneur, building a business empire through manufacturing, banking, and strategic investments. He made his fortune by manufacturing charcoal, leather oils, and fertilizer, expanding into banking, investing in shipping and Hawaiian sugar enterprises. Nicholas Ohlandt died in 1916 at the age of 77. So now that we found out a little bit about who Nicholas was, what he did, let's go check out his beautiful area here in the cemetery. I love this design. I know one time when I was here, they were working on the inside. They were doing something to one of the crypt areas, like the crypts in there. They had a faceplate off and they were working on something. I don't know if they moved somebody. I don't know what happened, but they were doing some work in here about 2 years ago. There's a little bit of glass over the door. It was that bottom crypt right here. It was Helen, 1904 to 1978. I don't know what they were doing, but they had the faceplate off and it was covered, but they were doing some work in there. But this is a beautiful, beautiful... There's water in the floor here, so I know the sprinklers hit this thing when they turn on, so... This glass kind of makes it kind of hard to see. But it looks like it's pretty well taken care of. If they were doing work in here a couple of years ago on one of the crypts here, I guess family still comes. And there's Nicholas right there on the middle right side. And there's several family members. There's at least 8 people in here. 4 on the right, 4 on the left. But yeah, Nicholas is right there on the right side, on that middle crypt right there. Beautiful. Love the door. Love the door design. Let's get on to the next one. This is the mausoleum of Henry Ohlandt, born in 1834 in Germany, immigrated to San Francisco in 1852 during the California Gold Rush era. Started his career as a grocer before entering manufacturing and industry. Partnered with his younger brother, Nicholas Ohlandt, to build N. Ohlandt and Company Manufacturing, animal charcoal, willow charcoal, neat's foot oil, and other industrial products. Co-founded and helped grow the National Ice and Cold Storage Company, which became one of California's largest ice companies before electric refrigeration. He became a major investor in the German Savings and Loan Society, Hawaiian sugar plantations, other prominent California businesses as well. He was a respected San Francisco businessman and philanthropist. He and his wife, Catherine, were founding members of a German Lutheran congregation in San Francisco and donated a stained glass window that still commemorates their family. He achieved his fortune in the grocery business, manufacturing with his brother Nicholas, National Ice and Cold Storage Company, banking, and Hawaiian sugar investments. He died on December 3rd, 1915, at his San Francisco home at the age of 81. So Henry Ohlandt here was a direct relation to the gentleman in the last segment we did, Nicholas Ohlandt. They were brothers. So Henry here was Nicholas's brother. Very, very interesting. I saw the same last name on both of these mausoleums, so I did a little bit of digging and had found out that Henry here was Nicholas's brother. And let's get on with it. Let's check out this beautiful, beautiful structure. All these years later, it's amazing to me how all these years later these things have held up so well. Let's get a closer look. Oh, it looks like he's got his initials on the door, on the metalwork on the door as well, which is very interesting. Henry. His name was Henry, and that looks like an H to me. What do you guys think? He's got it on both sides. He had it like that. Now you look inside this glass here, so it's kind of hard. So Henry is on the left side here. It's kind of hard. He's on. Hopefully, I'm in line with his crypt. He's on the left there. It's always hard when you have glass on the doors to really get the camera in there and stuff. Maybe he's on the left. This is the inside. It's beautiful. It's still taken care of. The floor looks like they mop it out, possibly, and maybe could be possibly even wax the darn thing. It's beautiful. Everything is in such good shape in here. There's a bottom crypt on the right here that's empty. There's a flower bed in the back there. I mean, that's just still very well taken care of. All these years later. It's amazing. There's a view from the top step here. Let's get one more look at this. Before we get on to our next individual, I just wanted to say thank you to all of you who, each and every time tune in and, leave comments, leave nice comments, who are so supportive of my channel and me. I appreciate you guys more than you will ever know. It's a good feeling to know I have a lot of good people out there, in my corner and who support my channel and who appreciate what I do just as much as I appreciate the history, and I love doing these videos. It's funny, the last 2 or 3 years, I don't know what YouTube changed, but they've changed something, and they won't tell you. Like if you talk to YouTube support, they won't tell you. But I've noticed in the last 2 or 3 years, yes, there has been a little bit of a growth. The growth of this channel has been slowed up a lot. And I'm not the only creator. There's other creators that have said the same thing. It's been about 2 or 3 years now this has been happening. I don't know what YouTube changed. I don't know what, what they had done differently. They won't tell you. Like when you talk to YouTube support about, well, how come, 2 years ago I was getting, my channel was growing at this rate and now it's slowed up. They won't tell you. They'll just look at your channel and go, oh, it's performing the way it's supposed to. You're doing great. But they don't tell you what exactly changed. And I noticed that even my views have been just dramatically different than they were 2 or 3 years ago. So, and from what I've been finding out, YouTube has changed up the way they roll. They won't tell us, but they've definitely changed something. But I just wanted to say that for those of you who do tune in, for those of you who have and will and always subscribe and everything, I appreciate you. Thank you. More than you'll ever know. I used to let a bad performing video, I used to let that ruin my day because I love this. I love cemetery exploring. I love what we do here, and I want everybody to see it. And I used to let a video with low views ruin my day. I've gotten to a point now where I just don't. I let that roll off my back now. I can't. I only control what I can control. I can only control the controllable. From what I understand, my videos, like my packaging, my titles, my thumbnails, like the picture you see before you hit play. From what I understand, and I've had multiple people look at my channel, like people that I know who have been really successful on YouTube, and they say, your packaging is fine, everything's fine. It's just, for some reason, it's a distribution problem. But like I said, I love creating, and I don't let the underperforming videos ruin my day anymore. I just love creating. It has nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with being famous or anything. It's this here. What we're doing right here is a passion of mine, and I will continue to create as long as I have the passion. I love creating videos. I love sharing my videos with people. And, it took me this past year here to realize that this underperforming stuff doesn't and shouldn't ruin my day, because I am only in control of what I can control. And like I said, I'm grateful for those of you who are here, and as Forrest Gump would say, that's all I got to say about that. But long story short, thank you guys. I appreciate you. Especially those of you who are doing the monthly membership. Your generosity with the monthly membership, or if you're not a monthly member, your viewership is appreciated beyond measure. You guys are, awesome. You guys are able to fund me putting gas in the car and coming to do this stuff. I know this was a little long-winded. We're going to get on to the next mausoleum in a sec, but I just wanted to stop and say thank you to you guys for being so awesome and supportive. This is the mausoleum of the Matson family. The Matson family is best known for founding Matson Navigation Company, one of the most important shipping companies in the Pacific. The company was founded by Captain William Matson, 1849 to 1917, a Swedish immigrant who came to California as a teenager. William Matson started with a single sailing ship transporting goods to Hawaii. He expanded the business into a major steamship line servicing Hawaii, the U.S. West Coast, later routes across the Pacific. The company played a huge role in transporting sugar, pineapples, freight, passengers between Hawaii and California. Matson became famous for its luxurious ocean liners, helping make Hawaii a popular vacation destination decades before commercial air travel. The family's fortune came from shipping, ocean transportation, and trade. Today, Matson Incorporated still exists as a major freight and logistics company serving Hawaii, Alaska, Guam, and other Pacific destinations. William Matson was founder of the Matson Navigation Company. He built his fortune from the ground up after immigrating from Sweden. He died in 1917, but there was no record of the exact cause of death. Interesting fact, William's daughter Lorene Matson Roth inherited much of the family's wealth and later owned Fioli, the famous woodside estate that's now a National Trust historic property. She also helped restore Ghirardelli Square in San Francisco during the 1960s. All right, now we learned a little bit about the individual here. Let's go check it out. There's glass over the door, and it's kind of foggy, hazy, dirtyish. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to see much inside of this beautiful, beautiful family mausoleum here. It's funny, families still come because at Christmas time, there's wreaths and stuff on the door and little poinsettia plants that are on the step and everything. So family still obviously comes here, but nothing can be seen, I don't think, through the door. Nah, it's, yeah, really hazy. It's just years and years of stuff. But yeah, I know family still visits because Christmas time people come and decorate the front steps with poinsettias and Christmas, the wreath on the door and everything. But yeah, if I could get any pictures off of the internet, I'll search. If I can get any pictures of the inside of this, I will definitely include them in the video. But yeah, beautiful though, in great shape as well. All right, let's go through and look at a few gravestones and stuff like we do. We all love the mausoleums, but we've got to give the individuals that have traditional regular graves love as well. I love the stones. Some of them are so unique and so different, you know, that we got to give those some love as well. This is the Bowles family. Beautiful. It's like a nice little bench area. There's no first names on it, just a last and two planters on either end. Like I do with the mausoleums, I should probably come out here and do like stories. If I can find stories out of the people that are buried in the ground as well out here. Hold on. Sorry about that. That was a helicopter that came flying over. Let me repeat myself here. Like I do the people in the mausoleums, I should probably come out here and try to find some stories on some of the people that are in these ground graves as well, these ground burials. If you guys would like to see that as well, let me know in the comment box below. I know the mausoleums are all fascinating and awesome, but would you guys enjoy me doing like stories if I can find stuff out about these individuals that have the stones that are in the ground as well? Throw it out in the comment box below. This is John A. Bauer. That's all I can get out of it. The stuff on the front is very, very washed out. I think Anna Louise, I'm not sure. But it's all I can make out on this one. But it looks like a tree trunk. Branch is missing, it looks like. So I think that's a life cut short. That's what that means, I do believe. But yeah. Look at that. A little bit of shade. It's kind of shadowy in here because I'm under the tree. And there's this big tree right here. And we got this little gravestone that's getting upturned. Charles J. Foster, 1849 to 1929. part of the same family, but just Charles J over here. Charles J over here is under the tree and getting uprooted. Because this is a foster family as well. If you can count, if you can make that out, it's very light. And I can't make, I think that's a Charles. I think I can make that out. That's Charles. And that's also a Charles. I think different dates though. I think a death date of 1943 on this one. And then a death date of 1929 on this one. Okay. Ooh, the sun. I'm gonna burn up. Chiang? Look at this one. And this is what I like. This is unique. So on the left we got Helen, February 5th, 1901 to December 15th, 1986. Got an Irene, November 7th, 1927 to April 29th, 2012. And on the right here, we got a James, 1901 to 1971. And then a Chia, 1922 to 1997. Now look at this. This is very beautiful, very unique. That's what I love about the cemetery. Every time I come here, something different. We got a Bullard, Edward Dickinson, 1853 to 1921. Maurice Seller, 1860 to 1938. John Peter, 1927 to 1934. Edward Wheatley, 1893 to 1963. Edward Wheatley Jr., 1924 to 1971. And Esther Bull, 1897 to 1980. That's an interesting one. But yeah, like I said, if you guys want me to come out here and see if I can find stories on some of these people, I can't guarantee I'm going to find a whole lot, because the people with the grand mausoleums, of course, they got a story. If they could afford something like that back in the day, they've got a story behind them. Some of these ground burials, I don't know. You know, these are just regular people that, you know, I'm sure there's some people who were known and, you know, in the area. But it's easier to find stories on the people in the mausoleums because you know they had money. And you know there was a reason why they had money. So I might come out here one day and try to find out about some of these individuals and see what I can find for a different kind of series where we're just looking at ground burials. Last name of Merritt on this one, but there's only a last name. That's it. Oh, here's one with a picture. At Cypress Lawn here, I have found it is kind of rare to find a stone with someone's picture on it. And I've got a picture up on this one coming up ahead. I'm going to switch cemeteries, though. I think I've kind of pretty much gone through a lot of these notable people here. So I'll probably be switching up cemeteries. I was thinking Holy Cross. There's a good amount of notable people there. Or Italian cemetery. There's some notable people there, too. But I don't know. We'll see. But I'm definitely going to change up my cemeteries in the coming videos. So we got Charles J. Janigan, March 8th, 1903 to October 16th, 1946. He was an attorney. And it says under there, Chief Counsel for the State Federation of Labor. Let us all think deeply of the great I, for 'tis in him that our hopes of success lie. So a little bit about him. His little history's on his stone here. And then here's his photo. Very, very interesting. Oh, There we go. It was going to capture me for a minute. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to roll here. Thank you all for joining me on this adventure. You guys are appreciated. Like I said a few minutes ago, you guys are appreciated more than you know, you know? And like I said, it's just the only reason why my channel underperforming bothers me is because there's a whole lot of people out there not seeing the beauty and not seeing the things that I'm seeing here, because YouTube, for some reason, the distribution problem with YouTube, they, for some reason, aren't getting behind my videos and pushing. I'll have a few videos that might do well, but then there's a lot of times where I'll upload a video and 500, 600 views at the most, and no one's seeing the video. And that's the thing that bothers me, is there's a lot of beauty in here. And there's a lot of people not seeing it because YouTube doesn't deem me worthy, I guess, of pushing my videos sometimes, you know? But it is what it is. I can't control it. I just got to roll with the punches, you know? And I do it, and I'm still here because I genuinely enjoy creating. That's my passion. That's why I'm working on other channels. I have my walking channel. I have my out and about channel, which I need to do something with as well, which I plan on doing something with because I have a trip to Michigan coming up in September. So I plan on filming some videos there too for out and about with Tony. I'm not going to do any cemeteries there. I'm not going to have that kind of time. And I'll be with family as well. They're not going to want to hang out in a cemetery. So I'll be filming videos for out and about with Tony. Maybe a walk with Tony, but I'm not sure. But thank you all so much for sticking with me on this ride. Like I said, you're greatly appreciated. And I will see you on the next video. Take care. That wraps up another visit through the incredible family mausoleums here at Cypress Lawn. Every time I come here, I'm reminded that these buildings are much more than beautiful architecture. They're lasting memorials to the people who helped build California. From shipping and banking to medicine, law, politics, and industry, many of these names have faded from public memory, but their influence is still all around us today. If you enjoyed exploring these historic mausoleums with me, I'd really appreciate it if you'd like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment letting me know which mausoleum or story you found the most interesting. There are still many more fascinating people and incredible mausoleums waiting to be explored here at Cypress Lawn, so stay tuned, because this journey through history is far from over. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.